Katie Leclerc at The Loop at the Mammoth Film Festival, brought to you by Rack the Planet and Random Acts of Kindness, and Moo Boots. I'm sitting down with Katie Cassidy. Thank you so much for sitting with us.
Thank you for having me.
So you had a panel here at the Mammoth Film Festival, and it's all about stunts and badass women, and it already happened.
Yes, actually, it was earlier this morning.
Tell me how it went.
It was awesome. My co-star, Kat Nakamura, she actually was virtually there with us, but we talked about, just the difference of like when, actors need their stunt doubles, how useful are they, and what's the collaboration like, and, just stunts in general. And it was really cool. I mean, I was sitting on a panel with the stunt coordinator himself, and again, Kat came in or chimed in at some point, and it was cool just to have these two actors talk with somebody who's on the other side of the camera, which is something I've been very interested in. I've been directing more recently, and so it was cool to, shooting action. It's just a fun, interesting thing to me, I thought anyway, as a woman coming from Arrow and having directed action and then sitting there and talking with the head of the department of stunts. It was just a cool, it's a cool energy, synergy, and collaboration of people in the film industry who work well together. And it's interesting because I just have to say I'm so grateful for the stunt team and everything that they do, because they make me look real good. I do try to do as many stunts as I possibly can, but at the end of the day, I can't zip line off of a building and through fire. However, my stunt double can. And she's also awesome about it too. Like I feel badly for them in a way because they get really beat up. And she actually flew through this huge explosion, and this flame or something ended up landing on her cheek. She finished the stunt, and she got up, and I was watching because she made me look so awesome. And I went up to her, and she has literally she has a hole, not a hole, but a little piece of fire on her cheek. And I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, girl, this is nothing. This happens all the time. And I'm just like, you are amazing. And then sure enough, the next day, she's in the hair and makeup chair and with a hole in her cheek, and she's just happy to be there and excited to work. And she's like, girl, please, this is what we do. This is like part of, but I don't know, it's just cool to watch, she's like kind of a real life superhero. Yeah.
Is it been the same stunt woman the entire process?
For Arrow?
Yeah.
My stunt woman, Atlin. She's this wonderful woman who works out of Canada.
Wow, that's crazy. It's such an interesting art form too, because it's like you're saying, they're real life superheroes, and you're like,
yeah, and it's so cool too, because they're so professional, and they seriously take this. I mean, every department does, but the stunt department, they take their job obviously seriously. But Atlin, she blew me away when she told me one day. I saw her studying the way that I was walking, my character as the Black Canary, and my sort of mannerisms and just the way my body movement was. And I asked her later, and she was like, yeah, no, I study whoever I'm stunting, how you walk, how you move, like your timing and everything. And she does a great job mimicking it. And so I just have a lot of respect for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think about Mammoth? Have you been up here before?
I have been. I have not been to the film festival, so thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here. But I snowboard, and I grew up in LA, like I said, so driving to Mammoth and doing some snowboarding has happened in the past.
Doing some like Instagram stalking or whatever. I mean, you're pretty active yourself. Like, it seems like it's snowboarding and kickboxing and stuff. And,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying this actually earlier on the panel. I find as an actor, and especially, playing a superhero and when I do action, I also think I have a responsibility to, always be ready. So even now, I'm fight training, maybe not as intensely, but I still fight train 2 or 3 times a week to keep up and to learn. You can never stop learning. And to be as sharp and efficient as possible, because I hope to do more action movies in the future, and you never know when. So I'd like to be ready and as good as I can possibly be, but also for our stunt coordinators, and because the choreography, it's like a whole other mind shift, and I think with, you know, memorizing lines and memorizing choreography goes hand in hand, but if you know what you're doing and you can connect with the other person, I don't know, I feel like my trainer, Peter Lee Thomas, he's amazing. He's also Halle Berry's trainer, and I really want to look like Halle Berry. She is so hot. I'm just saying. He is sort of training me like he would a stunt person, so that I can do the most that the production will allow me. Yeah.
That's great. So speaking of that and speaking of the future, what's coming up next for you?
So I recently did an NFT drop last year. I was the first celebrity to do one, called Me, She, We. And it was for Women's History Month, and it was all about, you know, going through 2020 and being alone and learning when we were in lockdown, you know, learning how to love myself before I can love other people, and encouraging other women to fall in love with themselves first, and well, people in general, really. So I did that. And then I have another drop coming out that I'm working with Ron Artez. He and World Peace, Meta World Peace. We're doing this drop that hopefully will come out in the next couple of months that we've been working really hard on. And then last week, I did another shoot for an NFT drop that is coming up for me in the next couple of weeks.
How did you get involved in NFTs? What,
Okay,
like,
so I'm super into crypto.
Okay.
Super into technology. I grew up a gamer. My dad used to have me like break down he's a doctor, so when he was doing charts and stuff, he'd have me, I think I was annoying or something when I was 8, probably. He needed to get work done. He'd be like, why don't you break that computer down and then build it back up and let me know when you're done. And I'd be like, okay. And I did. And I don't know, I love technology. I love gaming. When I first heard about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency in 2016, I was like, this is genius. And this is the future. And the second everybody can educate themselves on what this is, and like, I really do think digital currency is the future. If you look at our, you know, generations below us, like everything is digital, electronic, streaming, online. To me, I think that's where I was going. So I was like, I want to get in early. And then when I learned about NFTs and other artists coming together and collaborating and supporting other artists, I was like, I love collaboration, and I love support. Again, like, I love connecting people, working with other artists, and just when you can have something that comes together in this digital space, and there's no middleman, and it's just artist to artist who are reaping the benefits, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a really cool space, and I enjoy art and all of it.
how do you come up with ideas for them?
It's so funny. My brain, I was just talking to Maria Bertrand. She's here. She's a producing partner, and I do my NFTs with her. And she was saying this to her, I don't know, I have to be in, like, it's almost like you have to be so out of my mind, like free of, I don't know, I like can tap into a different, like when I meditate and stuff, like stuff sort of just comes to me. And I think part of it is I have ADHD, and so my brain is like, oh, but like getting me focused on one thing, it's good luck. So it's a curse and a gift at the same time. Yeah.
Very cool. Anything
We should
else
talk
we
about these. The
Some
water.
some moo boots.
Some moo boots.
Moo?
Moo, yeah.
Moo.
Like a cow.
Yeah, we can talk about, I mean, my moo.
Look at your moos.
My moo.
Moo shoes.
Sandals, slippers. They're amazing. And I will be living in them.
For Katie, I'm Katie, and that's The Loop.